ultra-fast pony. Hello, stranger. Name's Dick Spikey. Dick being short for Richard. Richard being French for vagina. I'm a private eye, a good one. I handle cases too hard or illegal for the law to take. Espionage, surveillance, spying, staring at ponies who don't know I'm staring at them. I do all this for Lady Justice. But Justice is a cold mistress. She'd pluck my heartstrings like there was some kind of xylophone. But now wasn't the time for games. I could smell a case coming my way, and a big one at that. But no case is out of my league, or my name isn't Spike. I mean Dick Spikey. That's my name. This dame walks into my office. I knew her from earlier cases. Her name was Roxine, a real D.O.D. Damsel in distress, that is. She used to work down at the old blues house until she didn't. That's a true story. She blathers out a heartbreaking tale of how her precious partner had been framed for a crime he didn't commit and needed my help. But first I had to make sure she wasn't playing me for a fool, because I didn't have time for games. She begged for me to believe her and call it a meatball sandwich if you want. I did. I asked if she or her partner, Melvin von Ulysses Romano the Ninth King of Bergia, had any enemies. She couldn't think of anyone who would do this, except for maybe one of her adversaries. I told her not to fret her pretty little head. This case was in capable clause and could only have one complete, concisive conclusion. Damn, I love onomatopoeia. In order to get to the bottom of this, I needed information, and there was only one mayor who would tell me everything I needed to know. Blind Eye McGavany, the lowliest of informants. She'd tell anything to anyone for a quick bit, and wasn't above petty crime either. Street robbery, vandalism, react videos. If there was scum to be found, then she would be there. She sees me coming and says hi, but now wasn't the time for games. I ask her who was out to frame Roxine's rabbit. She seems nervous, like someone may be watching. Suddenly, bang, bang, sees me from across the street and walks up to me. She invites me out for coffee, but I was busy. Blind Eye McGavany then tells me only one thing before running off scared like she just saw something scary, I guess. The X-folders, she said. Yet another puzzle piece to add to this crossword, but I still had an ace up my sleeve, and now wasn't the time for games. My first suspect was a mean spirit. Everyone just calls him Sam, or at least that's what it says on his birth certificate. This guy is a tough nut to peel, so I had my old cop buddy Davis sit in on the interrogation. We grilled him for hours, but he stayed raw. We tried everything in the book, but he would not be broken. Then Davis got mad, angry even. We threatened Sam with anywhere from 24 months to 2 years in prison, but he still remained quiet. That's when I realized we had been barking up the wrong tree this whole time. Sam couldn't have framed the rabbit. Sam had been dead for 5 years. We spent all that time yelling at some small alligator thing. It was now, when there was no time for games, that I realized who the real culprit was. Who was the only one that could frame the rabbit but the rabbit himself? But it was too late. He could be anywhere. Oh wait, there he is on the train there. The rabbit had placed a stooge to stop me from boarding. I told the thug I was an officer of the law on an important case, but he wasn't hearing it. I showed him my badge, but he wouldn't see it. I asked his price, but he said nothing. So I just walked past him, as I'm pretty sure he was heavily handicapped. I finally confronted the rabbit, but that cold-blooded snake had trapped me in his spider's web. He told me his plan for some weird reason. He was going to blow up the train, killing all inside. But his main target was Roxine. Roxine had just months ago come into a large inheritance, and it seemed like the rabbit was only cozying up to her for the dough. I told him not to do it, and he said he might, but I would have to play his little game first. I gritted my tongue and said I'd play, but now wasn't the time for games. I told him blowing up the train he was on would probably kill him too. I had to hope to God he would believe that lie. He pondered my words a while and I was sweating hard. Success. He put his legs down and asked me what to do. I said it wasn't too late to turn good. give Roxine the love she needs. They met again at the train station. He picked her up in his tiny arms, and they danced and made love in the rain. It was a beautiful sight, one you really had to see for yourself. As for me, I went home satisfied at a job well done. But if you ever need a private eye to solve your problems, stranger, I'll be here. This is Vagina Spiky, signing off.
You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. You want this cake?
I want it.
You want this cake?
I want it.
You want this cake?
I want it.
You want
I want that cake!